Send me an angel right now. Right now. How good was that fucking song? And it'll be stuck in your fucking head all day. You should be an angel. See how I tied that all together? Tied it all up like a bad date. Be an angel. Sponsor the show. You can get information on sponsoring the show at neveragainstudio@gmail.com. You can contact us. We can help your business grow. We offer all kinds of things from apparel, commercials, websites, funding. I can get you anything you need. neveragainstudio@gmail.com. Contact me there. Sponsor the show. It's a small fee. Not doing this stuff for free, and the people I'm about to talk to are paying because they're paying sponsors that help the show. We keep the lights on. It's a family-based environment, very fast and furious. Be a part of our fast and furious family. It's growing. Do us a favor. Contact us. At Sabrachi Jewelry Design, or Sabrachi. I don't even say his name right anymore because of Zach. He's a sponsor of Now We Go, and he's a sponsor of this show. He's a dual sponsor. He's a gemologist. He's a jeweler. He's specialized in CAD design, and he's also a branding specialist. You need anything at all done in those categories, Matt is the best motherfucker for that. It's D'Antonio and Klein Jewelers in Philadelphia, PA, and he's also going to be doing it soon to be in Lehigh Valley, PA. You can call or DM for appointments. He's in Philly on 726 Sanson Street, and you can follow him on social media at Sabrachi Jewelry Design. He's made pendants for finishers. We're working on stuff together. It's not just jewelry. We're working on pendants and all kinds of things. He's making rings. He can do anything that you need, from design to gems to jewelers. He is the real deal, and I'm excited. He's a childhood friend who grew a diamond business. He's a jeweler. We did a podcast with him. It's a cool story. Check him out. Sabrachi Jewelry Designs. Smooth Roots CBD at Smooth Roots Co. on Instagram, and their website is smoothroots.co. They are at 110 South Main in New Hope. They're at 120 South State Street in Newton, and they are at 911 Hamilton Street in Allentown, and they are at the Palmer Park Mall, 123. They are a farm, two-table CBD company focused on the highest quality hemp education and the highest quality hemp oil. If you don't think that these guys are the real deal, listen to the podcast we did. That is the most information. I got text messages about the information. These guys know their shit. They are the most legit CBD company in the Lehigh Valley, and they sponsor the show. And I'm only pushing them because they're premium. The education is there. The education is there, and then the oils are there. That combination is Smooth Roots CBD. You can get all their stuff at these 4 locations, and you can also check them out online at smoothroots.co. Thank you for being a sponsor, and please get these guys for all your CBD needs. Mad J's Barbecue. Whoo! I watched them grow this business. They hustled it out of cars, and they are taking over. They are at 2 locations, Nazareth and the Willow Creek Brewery. They are open Fridays from 12 to 7, Saturday from 12 to 7, and Sunday 12 to 5. Check online. They have all of their information on what they're selling and what they're doing online, and that's www.madjsbarbecue.com. They have pop-ups. They stop over at Seven Sirens Brewery. They have their schedule for Willow Creek on there. You can order the food off of there. They have everything that you need on their website. Go to there for the information. They're also taking Thanksgiving and Christmas orders. I've done both. It's terrific barbecue. It's terrific people, and everything they do is top notch. It's Mad J's Barbecue in Nazareth and Willow Creek Brewery. They're going to be coming on the podcast, and they're going to start being, they're going to be coming in and out of here. And I'm excited. I'm excited to do food with them. I'm excited to finally be working with them. They're great people, and that's madjsbarbecue.com and at Mad J's Barbecue for their social media. Entrepreneur. OnlyFans are, at this point, I'm just adding ERs. Show stalker. Gypsy sister Kelly Lynn, she's sponsoring the show. And all you little boys who hit me up in my DMs, look at that, man. She's in a bikini. Go pay for it. Go pay for it. Go over to her Instagram. You want to know what Kelly's doing? Guys and girls, because girls, you can learn what she's doing. She's making a lot of money. You go over to @theGypsySister. You click on the link in her bio. After you look at all her pictures, a lot of good content. She's putting out content. She's an influencer. She's crushing TikTok. So you get into that Instagram, and then you click on it. And then you got your links. You got all your links now. You can see everything she's doing. Everything. She's doing merch. She'll pick up a shirt or a pillow. You want to sleep next to her? That's what I do. I got 6 of them in my bed. TikToker. You want to see her dance a little bit? See her dance on the railroad? Go there. She's an entrepreneur, an influencer, a TikToker. We're doing a podcast together. She's got a webpage coming. Should have asked me to do it. It'd be done. And she's a counselor. Girls, you want to learn how to do what she's doing? Go check it out. All information is at Gypsy Sister on Instagram. Thank you for sponsoring the show. Thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you for finally taking the step towards OnlyFans. And you can go check it out, guys. Get out of my DMs and get into hers. Thank you, Kelly.
Hey there, a question for you. What's up with the men in my Instagram DM?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that lunatic.
I don't want to date you guys. I don't want to date anybody at this moment in my life.
Welcome to episode 1 of Only Friends. Your host, how do you want to be introduced? Just Cal? The show stalker?
Yeah.
Like, what do you...
Sure.
So then we'll go...
Kelly Lynn.
Kelly Lynn?
Yeah.
All right,
like
so
Kelly
we'll
Lynn.
go episode 1 of Only Friends. Welcome to Only Friends. Your host. See, it's so backwards. You're making me introduce you. Like, well, what would I do? Like, hey, here's your host. But then
but I'm not really the host. You're still the host until we get this show going.
No.
No? We're
No.
co-hosts?
This is how we're starting, though. The show has started. There's your star, Kelly Lynn. We've talked about doing this for months.
3 months.
3 months we've been talking about doing a show. Then we came up with the idea, and then we just wanted to shovel it out to your friends or your fans. I'm sorry,
Fans,
your friends.
friends.
Yeah. So the concept of the show is basically to kind of give what is normally our conversations on the phone of me yelling at you and you always having to be right.
Arguing.
What do you see, or like, what do you want this show to be?
Oh, I just want to have fun with the show, but I do want to talk about our businesses that we both have, our friendship, because a lot of Mike's friends always ask him why he hasn't, why he doesn't date me, right? So, and he always
that's
says
a
we're
constant.
only friends.
Yeah, we're only friends.
We're only friends. I don't know. Just thought it could be based about us.
Yes.
Everything we do.
But it's not just from us only friends. It was also because of your OnlyFans,
OnlyFans.
which is where that came from.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to do this for a while, but then when you went into TikTok and then OnlyFans, and then now you actually have like a fan base, and I would consider you an influencer.
Yes.
Yeah. Like you get reached out by like companies that are like, hey, like you have this many followers. We would like to pay you for advertising and stuff.
Yeah. This week I actually am reviewing some products. Revive. It's a smoothie company. Also Love Handle. It's
Thanks for
handle
bringing
your...
any of that stuff here today.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't get the smoothies
it
yet. They come tomorrow.
wouldn't have been a good idea to bring it on the show for product placement.
But anyway, yeah. So a couple new brands have reached out, so I'll be doing that soon. And I forgot to bring them today.
You did.
Yes.
What was the other thing I wanted to go over too is this is just kind of a loose filler out of how we're going to do this. This show is actually going to be done through Zoom, and that's kind of what's been holding stuff up because the studio is not 100%. It's just if we did Zoom, it's complicated to do it the way it's set up. So within the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to have Zoom. And then what we're going to do is premiere this as like a Friday night show, a late night show, a little bit looser of a show, a little risque. I feel like once you're in your home, you're going to be a little bit more comfortable in the outfits that you wear. You talked about doing a couple shows completely nude.
I did not. I did not.
I'm excited to see where it goes as far as like what your fan base is going to be interested in tuning into, because you kind of announced it to them.
Yep, and some of them want to come on the show. So
I am a little bit skeptical of that.
why?
I don't know. I don't know these people, and if they're just signed up for your OnlyFans account, it could get super weird.
Yeah, but a lot of them have followed me from TikTok or Instagram to OnlyFans.
I'm not talking about normal people. I'm saying you have to weed out like perverts, stalkers, people who smell socks. I mean, but I'm also not opposed to having that on this program.
Yeah, I mean, everybody
but it
needs a
could
little
get
love.
super fucking weird.
I'm sure it would be fine.
I don't know. I don't
It
know.
would be fine.
I don't know. What if they like find out the location of places? Next thing you know, you got someone going through their garbage. Like I've dealt with you as a stalker, let alone grown men thinking you're here and masturbating in my my foyer. I don't. That's like I'm always like go real far on like what I think will happen.
A lot of views.
No, well, the security camera footage.
Yeah.
What did I do with my phone? I wanted to set a timer. Why don't you go into how everything started with TikTok? Because you keep pushing me for TikTok, and I think I might budge. I might
good.
budge.
I
but
think
I
you would be a hit on
I'm going to look
TikTok.
for my phone, but you get into...
Oh, so talk to nobody. That's great.
Yeah, or my back, you know?
I'll talk to your back.
It's like when I mute you and I put my phone down and just clean up while you call and complain.
So how I started on TikTok, I think it was right before quarantine happened, and I was babysitting Drake one night. And we were bored, and Olivia had told me to download the app. So Olivia's my daughter. So I downloaded it. Drake and I made a Lizzo video. And I remember I got really excited because it got like 1,000 views in a couple of hours. And I was like, Olivia, oh my God, I'm going to be TikTok famous. So after a couple of months, I'd say probably within the next 2 months, I had started to gain some followers on TikTok, right? Because it was...
Because you reached out to me and you were like, boo!
Quarantine,
and I said,
Mike
I don't
said
give
no,
a fuck.
They're fake followers.
I
They're
didn't
not
say it was
real.
fake followers. I said that the algorithm
rude.
is different on TikTok. And it could be that it's telling you that there's this many people, but it's bot
Viewing,
accounts.
yeah.
There's a lot of ways where that algorithm can be completely manufactured. No, I didn't believe you that you were like, boo, people actually think it's funny that I'm running down railroad tracks.
They do. Those are my favorite videos, the running and the sliding. But anyway.
No.
So after a couple months, I got super popular.
Yeah, but you kept calling me and you'd be like, yo,
Mike.
like I'm at 10,000 and all I would say to you is the minute you fucking sell something and you can make money, that's when I want to fucking talk to you about doing anything.
Yeah. And then I sold my first pillow.
That's
Remember
so-
when I sold
like,
my
see,
first
that-
pillow? But he said merchandise because he said it wasn't about, because then I started making money on TikTok because I joined the creator fund and I was making a certain amount of cents per click. And he said, no, I didn't mean that kind of money. I meant when you sold merchandise. So then I sold a pillow. And I was like, okay,
All right, see, now this is where I'm getting a little weary, where
Why?
I don't want to have somebody involved with the show that bought a pillow with your face on it. Like
That was
that's
my chest.
that's even more ridiculous.
And he was-
Where do
he
you
was-
keep that? That's a
On-
bedroom item.
On your bed. But I was going
Yeah.
to get one for your couch.
You should have, but you
Yeah.
didn't. I would put it in
I
the
will.
background. I got Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. I'll be there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is there's a little bit fans that I don't know
You
anybody who
have
buys
somebody
pillows.
on your shirt.
It's
that
my
you're a big
it's my
fan of.
deceased uncle.
That is not.
It is. This is my Uncle Charlie. He quick back note, my Uncle Charlie at one point considered himself an artist, and he did this self-painting. And then we cleaned out his basement and we found it, and it was like that painting and his weed stash.
Are
And
you
then,
serious?
yeah,
This is a
I
true
have the
story?
original. And then my brothers were like, what the fuck are we going to do with a self-portrait of Uncle Charlie? And I said, I'm going to put it on a t-shirt.
Oh my God. I
Yeah.
didn't know that
I
was the
sold
story.
most of them. It was one of my early shirts.
But anyway.
Creepy shirt.
So somebody has me on their bed or their couch. Who knows? Whatever.
Definitely the bed.
But yeah, so that was like
How
my
many
TikTok
pillows
stuff.
did you sell?
2.
To
Only
the same
2
guy? Like one of each
different
group?
guys. Maybe 3 pillows. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't looked.
What else
actually.
have you sold for merch besides the pillows?
Sweatshirts, t-shirts.
What are on these? Just pictures of you?
No, I have my logo on.
Oh,
some
yeah,
of
that's
them.
right.
Yeah.
I forgot Bicknell
John
did that.
Bicknell
Yeah.
did my logos.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, because like before when you were dancing, this wasn't like,
Dancing.
yeah, like this wasn't a business.
Oh, TikTok dancing.
Yeah. So like you were just like, oh, look at this one. Because at the beginning you would like put on wigs and
still
you
do
were
that.
doing like Carol Baskin stuff. And I was just like, I don't want to
Oh
see
no,
any of this.
yeah, but what about my Joe Exotic? That was a good one.
I didn't.
That was a really good one.
I don't know. To each their own on what they
It's
think
fun.
is.
It was just entertaining, and I was alone during quarantine. I was by
to
myself.
who was that entertaining?
I was
to?
by myself for many months,
Yeah.
alone in Boston, and yeah, it kept me entertained. And
But I
Mike-
wasn't
Mike is
interested in
still
any of
not
this.
On. You are still
I'm
not on.
I'm not.
TikTok.
But I'm seeing angles now. I'm seeing angles where I can do different things that would work into it. But it's,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying now, but I'm saying you have the window open to talk me into it.
Yeah.
Because you hustled it and started making money. And then you took that TikTok following and then,
Oh, well, there's a story though as to why
yeah.
we
But I'm
you
just
know,
saying you
merged
had
on
an
the
interactive following,
Yeah.
which is difficult to build through Instagram. But it's like you can build an interactive following. And I feel like that's what was popular about Vine and TikTok is that it's interactive like that. Like
Yep.
you have somebody watching you constantly and
Yeah.
you can build it. But then when you have the interactive fan base, that's when you move it over to start being able to monetize on it, which is what I was like, hey, I don't care about any of this crap. Because you just kept saying the follower, but the followers were going up.
Yeah.
And then I didn't
Steadily
I wasn't
increasing.
really impressed on anything because I didn't know if it was real till it transferred over to OnlyFans and Instagram.
Yep.
What happened? Because you got shadow banned.
I got shadow banned September 23rd. It's a day I'll never forget.
You're such a loser.
But if it wasn't for the shadow banning, I will
Yeah.
say I wouldn't have been on OnlyFans, right? Because shadow banning had me like, you know, down and out because I couldn't create content that people could watch. So
Yeah.
it was like, to me, if people can't see it, why am I creating it? And then you said, well, you know, why don't you, well, you're posting your bikini pictures on Instagram and all my friends are jerking off to them. Why don't you just put that same content on OnlyFans? Sorry.
Yeah,
I was gonna
because
say OnlyFans.
I've watched a couple of like Gabrielle's posts.
Yeah.
Like I watched somebody go from being a dental assistant to we were just talking about how she owns a
Yeah.
multi-million-dollar home
Crazy.
and then now has turned that into
All different businesses.
yeah, like she has multiple businesses
Yep.
inside that business and like that's her living is she gets up, she works out and she
Yeah.
puts content out. And now she's
Yeah.
selling workout DVDs, workout equipment and it's not
She's working on an
yeah,
app.
yeah. So now it's like
Clothing,
going
everything.
towards a
Yeah.
full business where if she wanted to, you could walk away from OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But the fact that I watched someone who wasn't getting naked and was
Yeah.
almost giving you like we talked where it's almost like the new Playboy where you're like you're just getting topless. It's not wrong. I mean, because the biggest thing is like you can get porn anywhere. You can look
For
up
free.
anything for free.
Anywhere for free. Yeah.
And you could look up anything at all.
Yeah.
And you can find farm animals if that's what you're into. I've only searched it multiple times, but
Yeah.
you could, but I'm saying is like, so if you start offering less, it starts becoming more attractive to your main male audience, which is waiting for you to do more or is
Yes.
into the fact that
A lot of guys like that I'm more modest about
Yes.
my content, and they have said that they don't need to see everything, that they like the tease. They said I perfected the art of the tease.
yes, but that's
So-
what I was telling you is like, if
Yeah.
you do that, that's, it's almost like a stripper where you're enticing them to spend more money.
Yeah.
And then if you start interacting with them and then they start personally paying you for things,
Yeah.
now you're creating this like almost false intimacy, but that's the fantasy that the person buying it is wanting.
Well, I feel like so I have a VIP club on my OnlyFans.
Well, what?
Yeah. OnlyFans. And you've told me about the VIP club, right?
Yeah,
So-
well, I mean, that's how I started watching her grow it,
Yeah.
where she did OnlyFans. And then what the girl started doing is doing a VIP section where you pay a specific amount of money and now you get more. And then I was like, holy shit, like you could start tiering this out as a business plus selling personalized stuff.
business.
And yeah, I mean,
Yeah. That's that. Well, so the VIP thing, I was going to say, like, I've been developing relationships with the people that are in my VIP because they're the ones you talk to the most, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like I've gotten to know their personal lives. They know mine. A lot of them know me from TikTok and Instagram. They know about Drake. And so, like, they know a whole big part of my life. So I feel like I actually have friends on OnlyFans. Like, I know it sounds probably cheesy because we're on this show called Only Friends, but I do feel like I have a lot of new friends on there. So
yeah, well, I mean, you're interacting with these people on a daily
Yeah.
basis. And I mean, probably only 90% of them is going to stalk you and try and kill you.
No.
But,
think
whatever. It'll be a good Netflix special. And maybe I'll get a little coin out of doing an interview.
maybe
Talking about how you went missing.
You're an ass.
I don't know your fan.
But anyway, back to the business.
Yeah, so
piece
you
though.
got the shadow band and
Got
then
shadow band
are you
September
still not
23rd.
able to do?
Still shadow banned.
What do you have to do? Contact them?
I have like probably 50 times. My numbers are going in reverse. I had 159,000 followers. Today I have 149,000. So every day I lose 100. So it's like they've turned the clock back. Sounds so weird. But then I'm not on the FYP anymore. Sometimes
What's
I'm not
FYP?
even For You page. So that's where all the content is served out to the public.
Yeah.
And then I'm also, sometimes if you follow me, you can find me on your following page, but most of the times you can't. So you literally have to go in and type up the Gypsy Sister to see my content. So being that nobody could find my stuff, you had told me about the OnlyFans, and I was very hesitant because I thought I had to do like porn, and I'm like, I am not. I'm celibate, by the way, everybody, for a very long time now. So there was just
Like
no way I
3
could do
months.
like the porn stuff. So I was telling Mike, how many times did you tell me to do it?
I had mentioned it probably multiple times, but then the last time I think I was high and you called, and
I was
then
driving,
like
remember?
we're driving, and then I think like I really pitched it to you like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like there's no way that you shouldn't be doing this because, you know, people were contacting me and being like, oh my God, look at her pictures on Instagram and this and that. And then I was like, well, I've seen girls make money. Like there's girls on OnlyFans that do not even show their breasts.
Yes, Gabriella.
So like, I was like, well, if these guys are like really into these pictures, there's definitely somebody in the amount of fans that you have to find enough of a niche that you could make money off of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, why don't you just get into it and not do fucking raunchy stuff?
Yeah.
Which sometimes I see when like the girls do the raunchy stuff and like what they're actually charging for raunchy stuff. I'm just
So
like,
cheap.
and then I see a girl who's not even showing her boobs making $1 million. And I'm like, well, you should have, you could be doing the raunchy stuff, but at least be making somebody fucking pay out the ass for it.
The other day, I saw a girl charging $5 for a pussy picture.
Yes.
And I'm like, what?
But see,
if you want to see mine, you're going to be paying a lot more.
unless
Like-
you contact me directly, guys, I have stuff from previous encounters from several years ago when she owned a store in Nazareth.
Oh, stop. I never said that to you. Spell these.
What was I going to say? Well, that's the thing, though, is why I said to you it would work, because there are people, like if you just sign up for OnlyFans, like say I would sign up for OnlyFans, and then there's no way of me telling anyone, like I don't have a business, I don't have anything. Like you're just a regular person who's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I see someone making money off this.
I'm going to sign up.
I'm going to sign up. But then OnlyFans isn't really a searchable thing where they're like, hey, check these girls out, or hey, this is the hot girl,
Nope.
like the girls, which is an awesome business model on them because there's no upkeep and there's no promotion like Facebook. It's just a fucking it's a marketplace.
Yeah,
But then when a girl
yeah, that's
who's
the thing.
charging $5 for a pussy picture doesn't have 100,000 people from fucking TikTok,
Yeah.
that's why you end up in the position of having to sell your pussy for $5, and then nobody's even buying it because nobody knows you're on it, and you're embarrassed to fucking tell people.
Yeah.
Then that's kind of how you would get discouraged from even trying to do it. But you had the leg up with the TikTok following.
TikTok. And then my Instagram grew because I started to use the Reels. So once TikTok shut me down, I just started to post a couple Reels, which, Mike, you said you're going to be getting into Reels.
Well,
right?
see, Instagram's weird, and I don't know how it works, and I don't know if I fucked up. Like, I'll get flagged for licensed music, and like things will happen from like what goes on after they send me a thing. So like I couldn't use music for a while, and then I would change. Oh, this, I would change it to this is a business platform. Then some things, like if you change your
Oh, yeah.
platforms, it change it.
Creator,
Yeah, if you change a
business,
creator, then I think you could.
professional.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then when they introduced Reels, I didn't realize that. Well, see, this is just, it happens every now and then. The other day I went to use it and I did the pizza post, but I was able to add music to it. So I was
Yeah,
like,
so
all
they
right,
have all their
cool.
songs
Well,
licensed
Reels
now.
allows me to use licensed music,
Yep.
and now I don't have to get flagged anymore. But then sometimes I can't even use fucking Reels. So it's like,
Oh, that's weird.
it's weird.
So anyway, I started using Reels. I started posting some of my most popular videos from TikTok. And the first probably month that I used
What's
Reels
the most views you had on a video?
on TikTok,
Yeah.
like 1.5 million.
Oh my God.
on this one video, it's like the dumbest. It's like when Drake first came to stay with me full time, and I was like so like strung out on baby. I was just like, I can't be hot anymore now that I'm a stay-at-home granny or whatever. And that video
That's
got
it?
1.5.
That's
million
it.
views.
There's no other.
I think I had like makeup running
Yeah,
down
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
eyes,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like if my hair was disheveled. But
TikTok's weird. Like the girl who's got the most viewed video is that Bella Porch or whatever. And I don't know anything.
I don't know her.
But she has the most viewed. She has the most viewed TikTok video ever, and like the content is like the stupidest shit
Dumbest
ever.
shit.
Like she just like lifts an eyebrow, goes down, lips a song, and walks off, and everyone was like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's the
TikTok's
weirdest.
bizarre.
It is, but that's why it's. So
But there's fun stuff on TikTok. It
Yeah.
seems a little bit looser than the
and I
other
learn
platforms.
a lot. Now they have like education stuff on there, so there's like different handles now. But anyway, back to Reels. So I started posting those same TikToks on Instagram, and my Reels took off. So I was getting like 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 views on my Reels. And then I started getting, remember when I was like at 5,000 followers, and then I was like, oh my God, Mike, I'm almost to 10,000. And then
Yeah.
you get the swipe up. And it went from 10 to, gosh, 20 some thousand. And now I'm at about 26.5. But I did get a bunch of fake followers. So I've been like deleting them as
Yeah,
they
that's the
come.
only reason it looks like I have followers is the fake porn girls following. Yeah, because with the swipe up, that makes it easier now
to sell business.
because
Show
now
people
you
my
can be like, hey,
OnlyFans
here's
link,
OnlyFans,
or my
here's
new website,
yeah.
or content, your content,
Yeah.
anything. I've been doing swipe ups for others as well. So other businesses that contact me and like send me their merch, I do swipe ups to their.
That's the thing. When you start hitting around 30,000 followers, you start being able to
What's that?
to use the swipe up for promotional stuff. I
Oh,
mean,
10.
that was
I
the
think it's
whole
10.
yeah. But I'm
10,000.
saying, but when you hit 30,
Oh, is
it's
it
like
different?
no. I'm saying is like that's enough people where you can start making money
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
off of being an influencer. Like that lady came by Thursday or Friday to do she came on to promote her Superfied book, and she's got 30,000 followers, and like she's getting sales because it's
Yeah.
it's a large enough
Yep.
number that you can take a risk on creating something and still sell it.
Yeah, not everybody uses stories though, so I have been trying to post.
I love
a little
stories.
bit. I know
I'm heavier
some
on
do.
stories. Yeah.
But I will say, out of 30 or 26,000 people, I have 2,800 people that view my stories daily. And then maybe like on a really crazy day, it would be like 5,000.
That's nuts.
That's not a lot compared to 26,000.
Well, try looking at it, and it's 30 people, and they're just from Nazareth and doing a bunch of work, and then
Okay,
30
so it's a lot.
people look at it.
Wait, 30? Look at yours? You're
No,
lying.
it's much more. It's
I
like
know.
20,000. Yeah, I don't know. And then that's kind of when we started talking about doing this, because I was
Yeah.
like, hey, if you got an audience, like people ask to do stuff, and we talked about doing this for a while, but like I don't want to do all this shit for no fucking reason anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, screw it. Let's see if the horny boys will start viewing the show. And I don't know. I just want to fuck off on it. I want to do fun stuff. I want to
when
drop it on
you're gonna,
Friday.
like, make fun of me and
yeah.
like that's our thing. I wish Mike was smoking pot right now because he's super funny.
Well, we need to introduce the show a little bit, you know, and I think it's going to be a different tone because I don't want to record these at 3 p.m. I would rather record these in the evening when we like winding
Yeah, my
down.
new place, it'll be fine.
Yeah. And it's like, we'll set it up. We'll do Zoom. And then it's like, then I want to start building it off. Like we were going to do Creep of the Week. Creep of the Week.
Now, Creep of the Week doesn't come from my OnlyFans. Creep
I
of the
think
Week
it
comes
should.
from my Instagram. See, I think that's the thing.
Well, is it creepier on Instagram than it is
Creepier
OnlyFans?
on Instagram, degrading,
Oh
more dick
my
pics.
God.
Like on my OnlyFans page, people are respectful. They don't even send me a blind dick pic. Like they literally would say, "Hey, could you do a dick rating? Do you mind?" Yeah, sure. On Instagram, I will get blasted with like 40 dicks a day.
See, like that, I didn't know that occurred. And then I talked to a friend of mine who and she doesn't even do anything provocative or OnlyFans or anything like
it's
that.
just if you post a sexy picture of yourself.
Not even.
Or looking
She
good.
just,
Well,
like,
she's a female then.
Yes,
That's
and I didn't
check.
realize that men, because I don't do this
right.
unless it's asked.
He's
I don't.
such a liar.
I do not just send my penis out to wherever. So, like, I didn't realize that there are guys that'll be like, hey, it's Kelly, and then just send a picture of their dick.
The other day, some guy sent a picture of his penis in a penis pump. Yeah.
Now, like, you could click and go back to seeing who that is.
Yeah.
Like, what would he do if you, like, because I know some girls will post it and then tag the person in it and be like, hey, this dude's a total scumbag.
I didn't do that. I haven't done that because I don't think you can post like pictures of penises on Instagram.
You could definitely like blur it out and
Well,
tag
it was like
them
really
in it.
big because it was in that pump. Like it was like,
Yeah. I never
He
got.
didn't even need a pump. That's the thing.
I never got into a situation where I was like, man, I'll tell you what this stranger wants to see.
Well, wait.
It's
So
like me in a
this
cat
one guy,
costume choking myself while masturbating.
this one guy. This was the most disturbing, and I would love to share the pic one day. I don't know where.
I think this is the stuff we should do on here.
Yeah, well, I would love to share that. This guy and his fiance. He's in a profile picture
Time
of him and
out.
his fiance.
Well, I have the idea of how we can do this because in editing, I can put like on the graphics. So like right now, if you look here, like I can add a graphic afterwards. So like that when the lower third comes up and has the information.
Penises on?
No, like I can put up here. It would probably be on whatever side it's not looking like the penis is going into my mouth. But like back here by the clock, I could just put the picture of the person and put their ad information. Like,
okay.
We could do whatever the fuck we want on here.
Okay. Well, yeah. So this guy sent me
Creep
his
of the week.
penis.
This is what I want to do for Creep of the week.
This was gross. And like, this is a penis picture I've never been able to get out of my mind. And I think, did I send it to you? The thumb
No, I
one?
don't want this stuff.
Didn't I send you the thumb?
Nope.
Well, it looked exactly like a thumb. And it was like the strangest, like, it was the weirdest dick. And I sent it to like every girlfriend I had. I've even sent it to OnlyFans guys because I was just like, if somebody asks to see my pussy, I'll send them that dick.
See, but that's what I want to. I'm like,
Sorry.
and it'll
Sorry for the language, Mom.
no, it'll turn into its own thing where we can do Creep of the Week or like
that's creep
Dick of the
week to me.
Day.
Oh yeah, Dick of the Day.
Like,
That's good.
There's a lot of like
There are a lot of
really
guys
terrible.
with big
Terrible.
dicks
No, we're not promoting any good-looking dicks on here. This is for shaming, which they would probably enjoy. But whatever, we'll get some extra viewers that way.
My God.
What else gets sent to you that's totally inappropriate? Do people ever just like try and talk to you, or is it like I'm blowing loads?
No, okay. My first month, I didn't know like what I should do, what I couldn't do, what I had to do. And remember, I had like a menu at first, and I was gonna sext.
I'm
and all
saying
this
on
stuff.
Instagram.
Oh, I'm talking about OnlyFans.
Yeah. But I'm saying if you're getting dick pics and all kinds of weird shit, like what else are you fucking getting?
Guys have masturbated and
just sent vids?
Yeah. Loads.
Just because they think you like what
Just
do you think?
because I post sexy pictures.
Yeah, and they're like, you know what she wants?
Yep. She wants the load.
Do you think after they send it, they're like, fuck, why did I do that?
No. When I say, oh, I've used this before, and I think I told you, I said, oh, sorry, did you send a dick pic? I have this stuff that blocks dick pics and sends it to your local authority, sends a notification to
what
your
do they
local
say? Do they
authorities.
apologize?
Yeah, like I've had a couple guys like, what?
Yeah.
Shit. Wait,
what you could do too is put a disclaimer in your bio and be like, hey, anything sent to me in my messages and stuff is not private and I will be using it for
that's a good idea.
the show. And then we could just use whatever content we want.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
I don't know if that'd hold up in court, but whatever. We can.
but I mean-
we're just going to blast dick pics all over this place.
No, you can't really even show a dick.
Why?
Can
Who's
you show a
taking
dick
it down?
on YouTube?
I don't know. Who's going to watch the YouTube video and look for dicks? We'd have to be reported.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's terrible things that are said on all these different shows. I don't censor anything. I don't want to censor anybody. I want this show to be loose. I want this to be a Friday night show where like people are bored, so they fucking start smoking weed and get into a couple drinks and they throw it the fuck
call
on.
in.
Yeah,
to
we
the
should do
Zoom
call-ins
live.
too.
I want to do call-ins.
Yeah.
I want to do a Zoom. I want to have some of my OnlyFans on.
Hey, this is your show.
Well, it's our show.
Yeah, but
Our show.
I'll handle producing and making it look good and getting you content. But like, as far as like what I'm learning is I don't want to control these shows too much because then they just turn into my other shows.
Yeah, no, I want to be like we're hanging out on the phone like we
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
and
yeah.
like talking.
Yeah, like that's
But a little
late-
bit of fun stuff. Like,
absolutely.
yeah.
Like, you know, I'm
Dick of the week.
yeah. You know, there's a lot of stuff that I want to do that like, you know, I'm definitely going to get high. Like that's like one of the first things.
So this weekend.
We should get a weed cut, but see, then that's the thing too, is you have enough followers now where I can be like, yo, why don't we try and get a weed sponsor and like get them to send fucking just me weed.
Just you, yeah, because I don't need the weed.
But I'm saying is if we had a company that we could start like, hey, look, this looks super produced and we would
Yeah.
like to start, you know,
Having him smoke our weed.
or just picking up regular sponsors. But we can ask for a lot more money than I do because of your following. I'm just saying it's a business to build off of.
No, I know. Yeah.
It would be cool to get dumb products sent to us too. Like,
my
hey,
God,
we'll just
product
feature your
reviews,
product.
yeah.
But just
I like that.
But give like honest, like not
Yeah.
just like, hey, like tell the people straight up, like, hey,
we're gonna be
if this
honest
shit
about it.
sucks.
Yeah, we're going to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
That
So
would
we
be
got Dick of the Day,
Dick of the day.
Creep of the week.
Creep of the week.
and then we'll do product stuff, and then
Yeah.
we'll just fucking build off that.
Yeah,
I'm excited to do it. I think it'll be cool. I think we can get fun stuff. I think we should take call-ins. Some of the other, you know what might be better instead of call-ins, because then calling you have to do live, is what King of the Sting I watch. They have people make videos. So
and
like
then
they'll come in, like you basically give them a topic to like, say we have 3 different topics to go over. And then you're like, hey guys, send in, 5-10 second video of a topic that we would discuss. And then we can
Nice.
start building that on there too. Cause I think once we get like your fans out of the shadows, like it's going to be some really disturbingly interesting.
Maybe the Instagram fans, not the OnlyFans fans.
Yeah, I keep thinking OnlyFans, but yeah, I think your
fans are
Instagram,
like,
yeah.
they're super like they're respectful, they're
Yeah.
kind, and I get maybe they jerk off to me constantly, but who does it? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my
But wait,
God.
so
I can't
this
wait to cut
weekend-
that as,
wait, let me tell a
as just
funny-
that out of context for
I'm
a
going to
promo.
tell a funny dick story. Another dick story.
Yeah, I'm.
No, but this is funny. So I do go on OnlyFans and I subscribe, right, to other people. I subscribe to like TikTok friends. I subscribe to girls so I could see what they're doing, other TikTok people so I could see what kind of content they're producing. And then I just want to support some of my friends. And so there's this one really hot guy, Jonathan Kane, and he's covered in tattoos. Him and his brother are FedEx drivers on TikTok, right? And they're millions of followers. So I signed up.
What's the appeal for the FedEx? Oh, they're FedEx drivers in shape, and they have OnlyFans.
Yeah. Well, no, they have TikToks, right? And they're super popular on TikToks.
Yeah.
But then now the one, everybody must have said to him, like they said to me, like, join OnlyFans. So I signed up during his like first week, and I've been subscribed to him. He produces like awesome, like his content is 100 times sexier than mine. So he like does masturbate a lot, on there and does all of that stuff. But anyway, so I said to my mom, I'm like, hey, do you know this guy from TikTok? And I had her watch the OnlyFans video. And all of a sudden, he broke out his dick and he starts like touching it or whatever. And she was like, she started flipping out. She like beat me. She was like, grabbed my phone, like flipped out. She goes, is this what you're doing? You're looking at dick on the couch. So funny. But yeah, I was. Anyway, it was funny.
No, well, you brought that up to me, and then I started also seeing like these like funny meme guys that like there's a redheaded guy, I forget his name.
Meme guy.
He does like comes out and dance. I think he started on TikTok and then
Is
went
he the
over
one with
there.
the small glasses and the curly hair?
No, he's got a
Oh.
beard. He's always wearing Eagle apparel. He does always
Oh.
weird shit, and like I don't follow him just because. It's not the kind of content I want to see every day. So I'll like someone will post a really funny one and then I'll go back to
Yeah.
it. But you can't hit home runs with that shit all the time. And then I saw that he had an OnlyFans, and then that what it was for is his hot girlfriend who like he does TikTok shit with. It's like fucking videos
Of them.
And then I was like, man, like they're like OnlyFans is such a fucking tool
Oh, there's everything.
to
now.
make a shitload of money.
Everything. Right. I just started following this chef for $30 a month.
You're
but
like, he shoves carrots up his ass.
no, he doesn't even do anything sexual.
Jerks off in
He
the soup.
He's fully fully
Shoves the
clothed.
zucchini
Stop
down his
it.
dick hole.
Not even sexual whatsoever. So OnlyFans does need like a new branding, like something, because they need to launch.
Yeah,
a
but
new
I'm
brand.
sure OnlyFans. Well, maybe it is because their logo's a lock. But yeah, I mean, I guess it was started for porn.
It started for porn, but now it's evolved, and
Podcasts use it where they do like a pay
podcasts
thing.
use
Wall.
it, musicians use it, artists use it, photographers use it. Like so many people are using it. Obviously, when people hear the name, they think you're doing porn or sex. But I follow like 3
I
people.
think that'll
who don't
change in
do-
2 years probably.
Yeah.
It'll start being not rebranded, but I think it'll just change that way
When they
because it's an easy
post-
platform to use
Yeah.
to make money.
When they post people now, like if you follow them on social media, OnlyFans,
Yeah.
like they post like their musicians, they post their chefs, they post their
I'm
artists.
sure
they're
they'd
not
like to
posting
brand
the
differently.
Porn stars. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I follow this chef. He does seafood, $30 a month. And
Wait, $30 a month, and what does he do?
he teaches you how to cook all different types of seafood dishes.
Have you learned?
I haven't. I will in my new house.
So you're just.
But I do
paying-
watch. I
just
do watch.
paying
Like he
him?
teaches you how to like fillet the fish.
How's the studio set up?
It's like it's almost like this right here.
So it's professionally
very
done.
narrow, but
Yeah.
very professional. He has like all of his cooking stuff behind
Does he have?
him.
Does he switch to like different camera shots?
No, I think for right. I've only seen like front on.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but you know what? He's always, there is like, it's professionally edited, I'd say.
Yeah.
More so edited because like he'll be talking about the dish and you'll see him and then it'll go into other shots of like the food.
I mean, you
close
figure
up or
if
the
you
tools.
if you would know how to do food like that, you
Yeah.
could just start charging. $30 a month is not cheap.
No, I know,
I see
but
boobs
like,
for less.
yeah, I know.
But I'm saying is like, if you're getting $30 a month and you have a fucking 1,000 subscribers, like you're making way more money than you would killing yourself in a restaurant or owning a restaurant.
Yeah, and like so far I've had like 2,800 subscribers total.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's a lot.
How do you see it, like, well, I mean, well, this is also like why I also wanted to do this is now content that you can start using to promote outside. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's things that you can do with this to give two different, that's what no one understands when I tell them what you're doing and they're like, whoa.
No,
I'm
come
like,
on,
yo, it's a
give-
fuck ton of work.
Wait, what are some of the people saying? I'd like to hear it again.
No, it's just like, well, first of all, it's people, anyone questioning it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm
Oh, yeah,
sure
that's
you have
annoying.
friends and family who are questioning what you're
Yeah.
doing. And then when I throw the numbers at people, they're like, I would do that too. And then I'm like, this is like serious fucking money.
Yeah.
And then I was like, but you also have to understand is that it's fucking work. I'm like,
It's a lot of
I said,
work,
she's a
yeah.
photographer on top of it, which makes it
God.
a little bit easier. But I remember you telling me the first week, you were like, yo, this self-photography shit's
Oh, it was
totally
so
different.
hard. Now I'm like, I'm getting so much better with it. But at first it was so hard. I felt very awkward. And then my beginning photos to now, they were shit. And like, I think what a lot of girls or people think is like they can get on here and they could take selfies and that's going to make them money. It is
No.
not. And a lot of people are desperate when they start for cash. That was like something I wasn't desperate for the money, but it came at the perfect time because of all the stuff that I needed to do for my family. But like I think that's another thing. People do certain things out of desperation and they don't really put together a business plan, right? Or a model.
Yeah.
And I feel like right now I have a really good model. I have been coaching quite a few girls. Some of them listen and some of them don't. And the ones that don't listen, they're struggling. And then they're trying to like switch and shift and do other things. And they're just like struggling, right? And I'm just like, hey, you're not sticking to your plan because you're desperate. So like, I think that's one thing that helps me. And I was talking to another girl last night because she said like, I'm getting desperate for money. I'm like, listen, you can't go into this being desperate because then you're going to do things that you're not comfortable with. So you have to set your boundaries up front, right? So when you start yours, what are your
When I
boundaries?
start my what?
Your OnlyFans.
If I started OnlyFans, it would be to
Jerk off.
No, I wouldn't jerk off. I would just pay people to be involved in that. I wouldn't jerk off for. One, I'm not in shape. No, I mean,
I'm not in shape either.
I feel like that's just something. I feel like is an avenue that it wouldn't make me any money. At all. Like I know what it's like being on Tinder and
You'd
I'm
have
like, man,
negative
nobody's
earnings."
matching with me, huh? Yeah, I'm paying out every month to use the fucking
You'd be like
service.
negative $660.
They're like, sir, we're going to reimburse you. You've had 0 views. If when we talked about on Now We Go and the other podcasts and like, I'm starting to actually produce podcasts now, which is pretty crazy because I didn't realize I was doing it until 2 Saturdays ago when I started doing a podcast for another guy that doesn't do solo podcasts. And then I'm like, I started telling him what we needed to do. And I'm like, oh, you're producing a show. But we started talking about using Patreon.
Oh yeah,
to start
for the pay-per-view, like a pay-per-view.
Yeah, like
show.
well, there's
I think
just
that would be cool.
other stuff that we were talking about doing. We're like, maybe we would build it. We're like, hey, if you do want to talk to us about podcasting, like we will talk to you and sit down with you. Or, another thing was like, hey, if you buy you sign up monthly, you get extra stuff. Or like a lot of people, what they'll do with OnlyFans or Patreon is have extra episodes. So even like I have 8 shows we were talking about. Like say I took this show, and 3 other shows and then dump those on a Patreon where you paid $10 a month, but you got 3 more shows. Like that's how we talked about using, I guess OnlyFans would work for that too. But that's the thing is it's weird to be like, oh, we're on OnlyFans. But I know podcasts that are because.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think the Legion of Skanks, they're out of Philly and they're a big show network. I think they do
probably for all like the
OnlyFans
extra
stuff.
Like the
Yeah,
extra
like that's the stuff they do is like how you were talking about how you were like, oh, you should have just recorded like everything up until we started. Like that's what they release is the behind the scenes, dumping them out, making hot dogs, all that kind of stuff you can put on there and charge $5 a month. And if you had, 100 people doing it, you could just be making an extra $500 a month for no reason. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it'd be stupid not to look into that avenue. I just have way too much shit going on. It's like when you kept talking to me about doing TikTok, I'm like,
but I was like, you could just reproduce.
Yeah, but I would get rid of Facebook. I think Facebook is so fucking dead at this point. So fucking dead.
Like I like Facebook
so
for my
dead.
family.
So dead.
There's a lot of creeps in my Facebook DMs. Oh my God.
Well, I think Facebook is super creepy and I feel like it's just
creepy.
an archaic way to post anymore. I feel like it's too much. I don't like you can say too much. And sometimes if you say too much, it becomes a point to where like you start letting people know how fucking crazy you really are. And I think there's like some things that people should keep to themselves.
Yeah.
And I think there's things that like if you're talking about your divorce situation or you're talking about fucking something, that happened to you. And I think that sometimes
that's on TikTok though too.
I think sometimes people misinterpret what that platform for, and it isn't for a fucking therapy dump. And then it becomes super unhealthy where you're just expecting likes to complain. And then all you're doing is complaining every day. And I really fucking hate it. And I think what I will end up doing, because I don't use my Facebook group because that just falls apart. And then I have people posting in the Facebook group shit that like, I'm like, well, this isn't like this is just about never again. Like I don't need you to post your son's hoagie, like I don't need Girl Scout cookies being pushed in here. Like that's not what this is for. But then there's places like Honest Travs where he's got,
they have so many people in there.
But I don't.
I was thinking about posting my OnlyFans in there.
You probably could.
Can you?
I don't know. We talked about, he was going to come on the show a couple times. I was talking to Bill Lore about it and then it just kind of fell apart and I don't blame it on anyone other than everyone in the project is fucking super busy, but I would like to interview him, but I don't have that. So I'd rather focus on Instagram. I would rather trade Facebook for TikTok.
Oh, yeah, do it. I think you're wasting time. And I think in Honest Travs, I think I'm probably the only one who doesn't drink alcohol in there. I mean, I drink, but I've never posted have you ever posted one of their?
No.
Everybody's always like,
no.
Drinking.
That happened right at the beginning of the pandemic. And I was like too worried about how I'm going to pay my bills or like what was going on and like how to run the show by myself because no one could come down here and help me.
Jesse.
Yeah. So like, I mean, he's back now and I have a bunch of stuff booked for later in the evening. Now I just pick. Like I have a guy coming on who does custom truck bumpers. So it's like, okay, that's a cool show. Jesse will probably be into it, not, the show about car insurance.
So you pick shows that Jesse.
I just pick shows that he would be into because it's like if you have a terrible day and then you come down here and then you got to do this shit and then you got to listen to somebody
talk about something you're
not interested in or has total political views, like opposite views than him, then it's like, all right, well, I'd rather be able to pick whatever shows I want to work with Jesse and then have less stuff coming down. There's no way he'd be able to do as much as I'm doing because he's married and has kids. Yeah. So I'm trying to just pick and choose.
True.
I'll take tension off, having him, he would have to be here 3 days a week. You think his wife's letting him do that? No. So it's like, I'm surprised she let him go this far. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll try. Well, he comes on the hot dog show once a week. So I'm just trying to figure out how to move and just keep doing shit.
Well,
but I don't know.
You're busy.
Yeah.
That's good.
What do you got going on? What's your next goals for
my next goals,
TikTok, Instagram, and OnlyFans?
TikTok. I think I'm going to trash my old TikTok and start a new one.
Yeah.
Just to get some growth.
Well, I see people do that.
Yeah, a lot of people have had to do that. They get stopped at a certain number and then they have to start all over. So it only took me 6 months to grow to that amount. But
I think everybody would come back. Would you rebrand it as, were you the Gypsy Sister before?
I was always, yeah. I'd still somehow, but I think maybe just keep it Kelly Lynn. That way, because I think that account had some haters. So what happens is when you get shadow banned, it's because people are
constantly reporting
your content and they were saying my content was sexual. Like I got a video pulled down because I was wearing a dress, literally wearing a full dress, and it was pulled down for nudity. So anyway, if too many people report your videos, they get taken down.
And if you
That's how
keep it
get
Kelly
shut.
Lynn, it's easier
It's like
to.
generic.
Well, it's also easier to like it's your content.
Yeah.
But you don't have to like, you don't have to get the rights to your name.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I just launched the Gypsy Sister Inc. S Corporation, so I did file that the end of this year to go along with
what's going to give you that? What are you going to be able to do with that now? Like taxes and shit?
Yeah, that's because I earn so much on OnlyFans. With an S Corporation, you get to take your salary and then you pay personal taxes rather than business taxes. So I'm going to do that. I did that for the OnlyFans, and then I launched a website. I want to launch 2 courses this spring. One I want to launch like within the next month or so, like on your way to 100K for OnlyFans, like to get other
Are you going to
people.
do it with video, or how are you going to do it?
I'm going to do it just video on a platform. People could watch it at their own pace, like on demand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like 5 different videos or something
Yep.
going over
Just
like
a
the
couple
5
different
chapters.
modules. Yep. The plan, so I'm going to do that. I'm hoping to launch that the end of February, maybe March.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's too soon. I move on the 1st.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot you're
New
out of that
apartment.
place.
Yeah, new apartment, beachfront. Woo, woo.
Get the fuck out of here. I want to know when we're traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
when are we going to be the Gypsy Sister and not you just staying at home?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
COVID.
And it's cheaper to travel now.
Yeah, I know, but you can't really get back from a lot of places. You can travel.
We're totally fine.
Anyway.
Well, how
I've
horrible would
invited
that be
Mike on,
if
like,
we went to
15 trips
Hawaii
before.
and then got stuck there and
Well,
like we
that's
couldn't
fine.
come back?
We could camp on my land.
Yeah, as long as the baby's not with us, I'll be fine.
The baby will be with us.
Oh man.
Punta Cana in June. That's like our trip.
Oh yeah, you're doing. What do you have? A wedding?
Wedding that I'm
Yeah.
a photographer for. You said
And as of now, I'm
you're the babysitter.
the +1. I definitely
Just
have
for
no,
that hour.
I
Like
have
the hour of the ceremony. I'm
no
gonna need you to
problem
like
stuffing sand in the baby's mouth so it stops crying.
stop.
No, it's an old trick my dad used to do. You just end up going like, and you stop crying.
Drake actually loves to eat sand, so
So I'm the babysitter, and you're
Just
going.
for that
Are you
1
the
hour.
photographer?
I'm the photographer.
All right, so then
Yeah.
I have to babysit.
Just for 1 hour, and then
Do I have to stay in the room, or am I allowed to like go down to the bar
No,
and
you
like
could be-
be? Oh
you
my
could
God,
be-
my wife
Yeah. Oh,
passed
I'm your
away in a
wife
surf.
now.
No. My
Oh.
wife passed away in a surfing accident. This was our baby.
So weird. Yeah, and you
Not
probably
weird.
get a lot of girls.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll
Women
just be
like-
like, yeah, man, I'm sorry, but she's dead, like fucking dead. Couldn't be any fucking deader. Good
And
looking
Drake
kid,
would be
huh?
like,
Yeah.
Gigi.
Yeah, if I don't find someone to help take care of it, we're going to just, put it down a river in a basket.
Moses style.
Oh,
That's
man.
funny.
How long are you here today?
I leave at 6 to head back to Mass. Yeah.
Yeah, we got like 4 minutes, so we can
Okay.
start wrapping up if you
Yeah.
want. This is not going to be the style of the show. This is
No.
not going to really be the tone of the show. I just wanted to kind of air out like what we plan on doing, and you were in town, and
Yeah.
every time you're in town, we can do these too.
Yeah. No, yeah, I definitely want it to be like we're hanging out, having fun. I'll
Yeah.
have a drink to relax.
Yeah,
We'll smoke
because I didn't have any. I don't have any booze here because I was doing dry
Plus,
January.
I'm driving tonight.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's 3 PM when
I
we
know.
fuck around on the phone. It's like 6, 7 o'clock at night. My day's over. I smoke fucking pot and we just dick around. So,
Yeah, can't wait.
but it'll be easy to do. We're just going to use the switcher like this now, so
Yeah,
we'll
I
have
like
full
that.
video.
I didn't know at first what you were doing. I was like, God, I wish you would stop playing with that thing. It's
No.
distracting.
No,
But here
buddy.
he's moving it from him to me.
Yeah, camera
And
1, camera 2.
I think the next time I come here, though, I won't want to look at myself because I can see myself, and I've noticed I have looked up there. Sorry, people. Quite
Who
a few
give you?
times.
That's shit that you don't have to fucking care about. What are you doing? Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, why don't you dance your way out? Do you have a TikTok move? Like you think so,
Yeah,
like your
so,
go-to when you're burned out and then you're like, man, like I just don't want to post anything, and then you're like
My TikTok move is probably moonwalk. I could do the moonwalk, or I do a slide. I just slide on a wooden floor, and I just say, hey.
that's so dumb.
Or I run
So
up.
dumb.
People
Do you
like
really think like 100,000 people are like, wow.
Okay, those have gotten like 500,000
No,
views.
I'm sorry.
So,
I'm sorry.
but I think what it is people are waiting to see what I'm going to say when I slide up there. And most
Yeah.
of the times I'll say, like the first time I said, what I say to a guy in his 20s, and I'll say, is your dad single? Because like there's a lot of hot guys that are 20 years old. that I would totally date if they weren't 20.
Yeah, except for that guy at the
What?
was that the baseball game or the football game?
Football.
And what did you do? You added him on
Snapchat.
Snapchat,
Stop,
and
though.
he blocked you. He blocked
me.
you. Yeah. What a terrible feeling. How did that feel?
I
How
was
did
like,
that feel?
what the F? But he was so cute.
Yep.
He was cute.
And you were like, hey, taking one for the team if you let this happen. And he's like,
I
get
did
out
not
of here.
say that. Come
Get
on.
out of here.
That was when I went to the game by myself.
That's what happens when you go to the game by yourself.
I went tailgating.
Yeah, but see, then I can send you into situations like that. And you can take video and then we can go over stuff too. So if you
So
start
much fun.
documenting more of the dumb shit you do, we can go over it on the show.
Yeah, I think once I have my new place and I have that huge location there that I'll be working with, I'll have so many different areas I can film to. Right now, I'm like in a room.
Yeah. I try and tell everybody this isn't enough space and they don't understand what I'm saying, but it really
Yeah,
isn't.
it isn't. It gets old
No.
after seeing the same thing.
Like if the TV area wasn't there, I would set that up for a solo show and then I would have this set up for a kitchen show. But then even then, you still wouldn't be able to do two things at the same time.
Yeah.
Where like eventually I would like to put this in like a full basement or like the bottom of somewhere and then be able to be like, all right, cool. Well, this person's coming at 5 o'clock and they want to do their own podcast over here. But then over here, I'm recording things. Like it's not big
Yeah.
enough to do multiple projects.
No, and my new apartment is like double the size. So
Yeah.
plus I'll have the 2 bedrooms, stuff him in his
And it won't
at
smell
night.
like fish.
Won't
And
smell
then
like
they won't just be
fish.
like, yeah, that happens.
Now you have to at least explain. Do we have 1 minute to explain? I have like dead rats under my floorboards and my
Well, see, I don't believe what he's saying. What is he saying? He's
What
saying,
else?
I mean, I could be wrong, but he's saying
they
that.
say when a sea rat dies. Sorry,
Is
guys,
sea
1 minute.
rat a thing?
Yeah, it's like a rat that
Have
lives
you
on
Goog-
the ocean.
Googled
I've
it?
seen them.
Have you given it a goog?
No, but I've seen
All
them.
right.
They live under my deck because
Yeah.
I'm on the ocean rocks.
Yep.
And he said
and then
when
when
they
the tide
die,
changes,
they die
drown.
and they rot.
they rot. And,
And
then
they-
the smell comes up through your house. And then this guy
Floorboards.
tells you, well, this is also part of the luxury of living here.
Yep.
And then that's what
And
he
he said,
spun
you
it to you
complain
at.
too much. Why don't we end your lease?
Yeah.
And I had
But the
already
things that you complain about are normal things.
Sewage.
Yeah,
all over
he's
my
like,
2 rooms,
yeah, he's
yeah.
charging you primo, like it's because it's basically what the bottom half of his house, and then he's charging it like it's some kind of luxury fucking apartment.
I say it's the enclosed front porch of the mansion.
Yeah.
Really, that's what it is. And so it shouldn't have ever been an apartment, but it's fine. I mean, and it's got a great view. I love the view.
Yeah, but
But
like
yeah,
that's where the
the
problems start
smells,
coming in because if it's supposed
weird.
to be an outside porch,
Yeah.
which is where
It's not
it would be
sealed
open
properly.
and would
Yeah.
like if it wasn't enclosed,
Like I feel wind all throughout.
Yeah.
Like my house.
fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Give him a bad review.
Well, I mean, is there?
I'd like to get into marketplace people too on this show. I'd like to get into the weird stuff that I do. I go on. I'm obsessed with marketplace, and I've started having these interactions. Like this one lady told me she'd sell me something, and
Oh yeah.
I'm just so done with people, and I don't know if that's what happens at 40. Like I yelled at some guy who was like giving me the finger out front. I opened my car door, and he's like, "What the fuck, man?" And I just go, "What the fuck, you? It's a car door. Fucking move." I've just had it with people. So this lady's like, I said, "Hey, is this available?" She said, "Yes." I said, "I need to measure it, but I'm more than likely I'm going to take it." So then I message her and I say, "Hey, I took it. I'll take it."
Yeah.
5 minutes later, and she said, then it just says sold.
So you
And then
thought
she
it was
read
to
it,
you.
thought it was to me. And then I messaged her and I said, "Hey, what are we doing about pickup?" Doesn't say anything. Cool. What's going on? Then I messaged her again and I'm like, "Hey, are you selling this or are you not selling this? I need to know. There's a bit of a confusion." And she's like, "Oh, I sold it after you messaged me." And I was like, "Thanks. You could have said something instead
Yeah.
of reading it and not responding."
I just sold my
fucking
couch for
stupid.
$900, and they picked it up.
Great. We need 4.
$900. That was a good sale.
I know. We're going to dump it back into the studio. We need 4. Yeah. Then the other lady was, she was like, I'm like, "Hey, I'll take the piece." And it was just a $10 stool. It's actually in the lobby. And then she was like, "All right, what I do is I put the stool by my car and then I need you to leave the money under the windshield wiper. And I just put okay, but then I was like, I should have been like, this is very Cloak and Dagger. And then this is the stuff I'm going to start doing to people on Marketplace, where like I told my buddy, I'm like, I should have drove up in a trench coat and like a fedora and like looked around and then like looked like a mysterious, like what are you talking about?
I know.
So then I'm messaging her and she's acting like she's not home, but I'm putting the money under her car. So I said to Jer, I go, she's watching me. So I was like, I should have got out and just been like, yeah, what's up? And like just started moonwalking or like came in like a banana costume and just acted normal. God. Like it's people on Marketplace
This
are fucking crazy. I got to meet a lady at 3.
Okay.
I told her I'd hit her up. No. I'm just saying.
Bye, guys.
Well, that's not how we end shows here, Kelly. If anybody would like to check out any of Kelly's stuff, she is going to tell you all that. I did it backwards because I'm not used to you. I'm wanting you to be the host. I'm going to give you a chance to plug everything where anywhere you can find you, because Instagram's got that drop link to take you to everything, correct?
Yeah, Linktree. Yeah, so you could head to my Instagram at The Gypsy Sister. My Twitter's at The Gypsy Sister. My TikTok's at The Gypsy Sister. And then my website's thegypsysister.net. But in my Instagram, that link will take you to merch, any affiliate brands that I'm working with currently, everything and anything you need to know.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
If anybody's tuning in, all you horny boys for the first time,
I
have. Well, right.
Just kidding.
I mean, camera's on me. Never Again Studio. We have all of our past shows. We have 8 shows this year coming down the pike. We have plenty of stuff for you to get into. There's merchandise available. It's not just a podcast network. It's also a building network. So if you're interested in getting Facebook marketing, branding, apparel, design, commercials, funding, anything you need at all, we're doing commercials at this point. And it's not middle of the road stuff. It's all super high-end quality. The prices are fair, and if you'd like to build anything or be a part of this, it's neveragainstudio.com. You had something else you wanted to say?
Oh, your shirts that you gave me, I am going to be doing shoots with those in 2 weeks. So I just wanted to tell you that. And then I'm going to be doing some promotion of your merch.
Awesome. Thank you so much. This is episode, I wouldn't even call this episode 1 because
it's negative.
It's the intro. This is the pilot series.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for coming in. I'm glad you're here. Let's put hot dogs inside of each other.